Good day, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. Of course, my name is Eze Maximus, the Managing Director of the Win Realty Limited and the Win Business School, located here in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. In this video, I will be deploying for you the framework that you need to employ in 2026 for you to make a whole lot of money from real estate, investing in real estate. This same framework is what I have used to rake in hundreds and hundreds of millions in profit for my clients here in my inner circle. Of course, in my inner circle investors. So in this video, count yourself lucky if you have come across this video across YouTube or any other social media network that you must have come across this video. I will indulge you to watch this video to the right end because I have a free gift for you at the end of this video. Alright, so in this video, like I said, I'll be listing out the framework that you must employ in 2026 if you want to make the most out of real estate investment here in Nigeria. And the good thing about this framework is that it literally works in almost every nation of the world if you follow through it specifically. It is not a long framework, it's not an ambiguous framework, it's actually a very actionable and simple to implement framework. So 2026 is another year that real estate is going to do wonders here in Nigeria for sure. 2 years coming now, real estate has continuously been on the rise. In 2024, real estate became the second economic driver of the nation. And last year, we're yet to get that review from the NBS, that's the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, as to whether real estate became the number one economic driver of the nation's economy or not. But hopefully, over the course of the 4 quarters last year, real estate actually performed so well. In fact, in some quarters, real estate outperformed trade, which has ultimately been the number one economic driver of the nation's economy. So we are still hoping that by the time NBS releases their data for the year ended 2025, the real estate will definitely come out tops right there. And it's not a fluke that real estate is performing so good at this point in time for us as a nation. It is actually as a result of so many factors, which I will speak about in subsequent videos, right? But those factors has consistently drove the value and the demand, over the roof or over the past 5 to 10 years, and currently it's been experiencing exponential, increase, and both in demand and in appreciation. So if there is any investment that you must take seriously in 2026 and beyond, it is investing in real estate. And this is not me telling you because I do business in real estate. No, this is me being very honest with you because I have understudied the economic trajectory of the nation Nigeria, and I can see that for the foreseeable future, real estate will remain very, very profitable and very, very, important to the nation's economic goals. So if you, like I said earlier, if you've come across this video, count yourself lucky. And before you go on, make sure to follow my YouTube channel, subscribe, like this video, and of course, at the end of this video, you can comment what you learned or what you think I should talk about in the next video. So this framework comes with an acronym of SMDSR. SMDSR. Just write it down somewhere. I'll actually flesh it out in a moment, right? But before I go on, I'd like to let you understand that this video was sponsored by the Win Realty Limited, which is a choice real estate company here in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Service more than 1,500 clients over the course of the last 3.5 years. And of course, you should be the next person, right? And of course, Win Business School, which is a formidable business school located here in Port Harcourt also, which is a part of the Win Group family, helping people learn strategies and skill set that will help them scale their business. It's not just real estate, but anything business here in Port Harcourt. Now let's get straight to the video. So the first acronym there is S, which stands for spot the direction before the crowd does. Spot the direction before the crowd does. In 2026, people who are smart enough or are intuitive enough or are discerning enough to spot where the development is headed in any city in the world will always win when it comes to investing in real estate. Let me repeat, people who are smart enough, who are discerning enough to spot where development is headed, not where it is currently, where development is headed in every city will always win in the real estate industry in that city. And one thing I also like you to understand in this video is that if you are already eyeing properties in cities that are already developed, you came late, right? So, and I'm not trying to discourage you from buying into those, into such cities. If you have the money, by all means, buy. And of course, if it meets your investment goals or desires at the moment, by all means, buy properties in those locations, but just have it at the back of your mind that you arrived late in that location. Those people who spotted when development was heading that direction and came on at that point to buy properties in that location you're eyeing at this point are the people who are milking, who are earning, and who will always earn from such locations. So always spot where development is headed and be the first to arrive there. Whether it's looking bushy or not, be the first to arrive there. And for a city like Port Harcourt, that the population is shooting through the roof, there are so many locations that if you're visionary, and I'm recommending it in this video, if you're visionary enough, you should go there right now and position yourself. If you have money to buy hectares, acres, buy in those locations and position yourself for what is coming. Because if it is about development, it's going to come. The population growth is massive. And according to, I think, the United Nations, that Nigeria's population is going to hit upwards of 400 million by 2030. That is 5 years from today. So you don't even have the luxury to see bushes and probably feel cringy about it. No, when you see bushes that are a few kilometers away from the city center, from where people are living in a city like Port Harcourt, Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, and so forth, by all means, seize such opportunity and position yourself right there. Right? So that's the first framework. First part of the framework is spot the direction development is headed and go there before every other person comes there, right? And there are several locations in Port Harcourt. I'll just do an expo here. Omawa is that location, Igrita is that location, Ishokbo is that location, Eleme is that location, Alessa is that location, Eche is that location. You come to Abuja, Karishi, is that location. Then in Lagos, of course, Lagos almost marks that. Ibejuleki still remains, Ekpe still remains a gold mine. So these are some of the locations that you don't even need to, second guess before you put your money down in such locations to buy properties. The second framework in this video is M. M stands for move early while others are still thinking, right? So it's one thing to spot the direction where development is headed. It's another thing for you to be persuaded enough to move, right? I've seen many people real missed chances in the past just because they actually knew that this area is going to catch up in the next 2 to 3 to 5 years. They knew. They had the money, but they were not persuaded enough because of probably some of the trivial factors that will always affect people. Trivial factors, I mean, the area is bushy, there is no good access road to the place, nobody's living there. So many of these flimsy factors that don't necessarily hold water. These are some of the things that will definitely hold people down from going to make the move. So in this video, I'm encouraging you, When you spot the place where development is headed in the next 2 to 3 to 5 years, another thing you must do immediately you spot it is to make sure that you gather your means and move immediately, right? Move as quickly as possible so that you can be one of those that will be early benefactors of such location. Because immediately a location enters the news or enters into the radio, or many real estate developers like ourselves begin to publicize about it, it means that that place is already becoming a place where you already late, right? So if you don't come in immediately, you spot such place, such direction where development is headed, and you don't move immediately, there's a high tendency you're going to come in when people like myself and probably my investors who are in my inner circle have actually gone there to buy in hectares and acres, right? So be persuaded enough to move. And that is where many people find it difficult, because most of the time, because they are not accessible to investment advisors like myself, who are well grounded and very passionate about the success of their clients, they feel dissuaded, they feel held back to move. And that is why we are here trying to push out this kind of content, trying to get to you personally so that you can know that people like ourselves exist, people like myself exist, people who can help you make this move and make the move the right way, right? So move early while others are still thinking, because if it's about thinking, many people overthink investments, but you should be the person who is different from the folk. The number 3 in the framework is D, which stands for deploy, don't store. Deploy, don't store, right? So for example, it should be last 3 years before the demise of the popular Herbert Nwigwe, who is, I think, the former CEO of Access Bank, before he's dead, by 3 years ago, Ishopo was never a thing. Not until he himself, the late Herbert Nwigwe, began moves to establish the now, existing Nwigwe University in that location. Land there before was around 300,000. With a beg, please, can you help me buy this land? I need money, buy this land from me. Immediately he began, moves and started actually developing that university, like I mentioned earlier. Properties over there began to experience 100x in 6 months. 100x in 6 months. Guess what? Lands there we are going for 300, 400,000. Guess how much a plot of land is there currently? 3.5 million naira. And the funny thing is that those areas are still relatively bush if you use your physical eyes to look at it. But if you use your investment eyes to look at that location, you will know that the future is very near for that location. So why am I saying this? Many people will spot the direction where development is headed, will move, but when it comes to bringing out the money, it becomes a problem, right? So when you may have made that move to be one of the early adopters of such location, do not be hesitant to bring the money out. And by bringing the money, I mean many people will just want to just test the waters and do 1 million, and in 3 years time they began to regret. In fact, I have a lot of them in my portfolio, a lot of clients like that, who bought in locations that were not looking like it last 2-3 years, and they just wanted to just try. Despite my encouragement for them to just go heavy, deploy your money heavy. This property is safe, the whole due diligence has been done, it is located in a very a promising location. Why not go heavy on it? It is your money, it's not mine. Put your money down where your mouth is. In the next few years, it is you that will enjoy this and of course reap the dividends. But many of them just want to try, and today they have been calling, can I still get that land at the previous, or get that property at the previous price? It's not possible. You need to up your game and actually buy. And you understand? So that is actually one of the problems that we witness here for our investors. And in this video, I'm trying to encourage you to, to demystify that remove that from your mind, right? You've seen the location, go heavy on such locations, right? For example, Omagwa currently is a beautiful location. I mean, if anybody could even imagine that Omagwa currently, for you to get a plot of land in Omagwa, you should be holding your 3 million and above intact, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, depending on the location in Omagwa. Nobody will believe, but I'm telling you, this is actually the current reality in Omagwa. The same thing with the Grita. Anywhere close to the new Salvation Ministry headquarters that's about to be launched is going upwards of 15-20 million. Igrita in Port Harcourt. Then you talk about Eleme, talk about Alessa, talk about Igritali, talk about Iruboko. I mean, these areas are fast developing. So this is your greatest opportunity for you to be part of the future, especially here in Port Harcourt, Abuja, and Lagos. So please, if you have been enjoying this video, you've been learning, do hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, like this post, and of course, comment what you've already learned so far. Before I go forward, I'd like to remind you that this video was sponsored by the Win Realty Limited, your choice real estate company here in Port Harcourt, service more than 1,500 within the last 3.5 years, and of course in collaboration with Win Business Academy, a frontier in business education here in Port Harcourt and Nigeria as a whole. The fourth framework here is S, which stands for stay informed and stop guessing. Stay informed and stop guessing, right? So now that you have begun your journey, supposedly you have deployed a huge amount of money, you bought in acres and hectares in this location, be it Ipo, Omagwa, Ishoko, Abareche, Igritali, Alessa, anywhere you've bought a lot of land already, put down your millions of naira or dollars in, as the case may be. You don't stop there. What you now need to make a routine is being able to find a way to build a channel where you can consistently stay informed, right? So you don't lose out on subsequent beautiful investment opportunities coming your way. One thing you must have at the back of your mind is land does not have overdose, right? There is no time you could say you've bought properties and they are too much. Unnecessarily, there's nothing like that. So find a way to stay in the loop. Find a way to build a connection with your investment advisor. And that is what people who are in my inner circle enjoy consistently. I find a way to consistently bring their way the best deals at the moment, weekly, you understand, get them to stay informed. And many of them have been enjoying that relationship. So if that is something that appeals to you, please, by all means, my link to my direct WhatsApp is here, of course, or you can also join my WhatsApp channel, where I consistently drop investment strategies that could help you scale using real estate as a tool. So stay informed by all means, right? I understand you're a busy professional with your business or your career, but find a way to have an investment advisor like myself who cares and wants the best for you. So stay informed, stop guessing. Real estate is one of those businesses you don't want to guess. I've seen many people plow their hard-earned money in locations that they didn't do any feasibility study on, and 5-6 years down the line, the money is still appreciating slowly. You understand? I'm not saying that the way they bought land is bad. Of course, there's no bad investment when it comes to real estate, but what we're talking about here is timing, right? How long would you exit and make your money? You understand? That is actually what real estate investment is all about. How long will you be able to break even and make profit? So some people might put their money down in an investment, and in the next 6 months, they have broken even and made a lot of profit and moved to the next project, while some people are still waiting after 6-10 years for their property to catch up with appreciation. So real estate is not something you want to guess about, because you're going to burn your money or probably keep your money lying fallow for a long period of time, and that is not what you want to happen to your money. Then lastly, the last framework is review and repeat. So now you are in the loop, you're consistently updated and informed. The next thing now is to review probably how your investment is catching up. As you're investing, you're reviewing and you're repeating. It's a cycle you don't want to end, because for me, that is one of the fastest way to earn passive income that is mega, right? Of course, passive income is not something you want to consistently do with your active energy, something you want to put your money to do for you, right? So review and repeat is a consistent journey until the day you have fully retired. You don't need to lift a finger to do any feasible work again to make money. That is the time you can now say, okay, I think it's time for me to count my wins, right? And probably find a way to begin to enjoy my life. With the amount of portfolio I have in my property investment, I don't think for the rest of my life and the life of my kids and kids, I don't think we need to lift our fingers. So let us now consolidate, probably build businesses, and begin to live life large. Until then, you just consistently need to review and repeat, review and repeat, right? So believe that so that's the end of the framework. Like I said, it is spot where the development is headed, move as quickly as possible, deploy your money, you understand, stay updated, stop guessing, and of course review and repeat. If you're able to stick to this framework in 2026, honestly, you will definitely win. And the bonus point here is this: you cannot achieve any this framework effectively if you don't have someone who is actively involved in the economy of real estate in Nigeria, hold you by the hand and walk through the rigors of the industry. And that is where I'm making myself available, right, to help you make this journey a smooth ride for yourself. We've got several amazing properties that are carefully curated to help you maximize your funds in 2026. And I invite you to be part of my inner circle investors who I consistently help to quadruple to 10x, 100x their money within the course of 12 months. So I invite you, if that appeals to you, by all means, shoot me a DM by clicking the link to my direct WhatsApp chat, and of course also join my WhatsApp channel. The links are in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm super excited that you followed to the end of this video. Now down to my free gift. Now my gift is actually this. If you are going to come from this video to buy properties through me in any of our estates here in Port Harcourt, Abuja and Lagos, be rest assured that you're going to get 20% discount off of the property. This offer is valid from now till May this year. So if you're watching this video, by all means you want your friends to also enjoy this discount, do well to share this link of this video to them, and of course I'll be waiting for you at the other side. Thank you, and see you on the next video. But before you go, please make sure you subscribe, hit the bell button so you can consistently receive notifications when I drop new videos, and of course comment 1 or 2 things that stood out for you in this video. See you at the end of this year, profitable in real estate, and see you on the next video.